From LALATE News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is the Midday Report on LALATE.
It's a big holidays, LALATE, direct and live from Santa Monica with your fourth stimulus check update of 2021. In this recording, we go over the incredible great news as the recall will become law in the month of December and the breaking details about a secret deal hatched between Chuck and Mitch since the month of October, which we're learning about just today. It's breaking news you're hearing for the first time on Noontime's Holidays LA. The recon will pass the Senate in the next few days, and those checks will be going out. Lots of checks in this fourth stimulus recon. The biggest paying out of checks of a recon we've ever seen in the history of this channel. About $15,000. But you have money to pay, you have bills to pay, you want some Christmas stimulus before Christmas, well, you can get it right today from Third Stimulus. Third Stimulus has paid out viewers on average about $5,000 to $6,000 each day this week. It's money today. It's Christmas stimulus. It's before Christmas. I'm going to show you how to get that money. Then we turn to that student loan debt forgiveness, the latest on that, the financial news that's coming about fifth stimulus, and that COLA raise, plus the shocking jobs number that came out this morning. It was huge, and it signals where we're going. The breaking details of what the Federal Reserve is going to say between now and December 15th and on December 15th. The latest on that, the breaking details about Omicron, and my analysis of the situation across the board. But you know what the name of the show is called, and in the second half of this video, we turn to holiday decor, holiday decorations, and holiday themes. And in this recording, we're going to look at the poinsettia plant, the poinsettia. Do you say poinsettia? Do you say poinsettia? We'll be looking at how to choose the right plant and make it beautiful across the set, which is where this one is going to be going in just a day or so, or across your home or business. Then we'll be looking at bottles that can bring incredible beauty to the Christmas decor or holiday decor, and we'll talk about gift certificates. Those details and more as a big holidays LA broadcast gets underway direct from Santa Monica, California. And I have a preview of what's happening with Sirloin and Company later today. Those details getting underway as we go into a big Christmas show of holidays LA starting right now. And happy holidays, and thank you for joining with Holidays LA today. An incredible recon is going to become a law this month of December, and it's going to pay you out a lot of money, upwards of about $15,000 across 3 clusters and 3 add-ons. Let's go over each of them starting right now. In cluster number 1, they got in there hazard pay and essential workers. 1 more year of that earned income tax credit spread across the board. $4,000 of elder care, got it in there. $4,000 to care for young children. They got the Pell Grant in there, $550 checks. The money for the the low-income households for repair of the home. And then they got in there $12,500 to repair for the purchase of a new electric vehicle and the CTC for one more year. Wow. The first incredible luck add-on checks comes from the illustrious Maxine Waters here in Southern California. She got this incredible provision in there. And what is it? Free home health care, which is free money for purchase of your first home. Yes, this is incredible. She wanted $25,000, but she got a little bit less. How do you get this incredible sums of money? I get to it later in this video. Stay with me. It's coming up in just a second. Let's go to the second cluster of checks, and here we go. In that second cluster of checks, a guy that got in there, home repairs and paid leave. Also in there, the household tax credit, and then the money for the nutrition, and also the weatherize your home. You need to weatherize your home, and it involves windows, glass, roofing, and more. All income levels appear to qualify for that provision. The second add-on comes the incredible Bob Casey out of Pennsylvania. What did he want to get in there? The free home health care for seniors and people on disabilities. He got it in there. Great for Bob. He wanted $250 billion. It's a little bit less, but boy, he got it in there, and that is incredible, great news. Then the third cluster, checks, is where the big money kicks in. This is seniors and free internet and more. Let's get that pen and paper ready. Here we go. In this third cluster called deliciousness, they got in there the money for my free school meals for all checks. They got in immigration reform, cheaper prescription medication, tax break checks, also money for the farmers, free internet. Then the money for the independent contractors, and then the money for the seniors, with 2 expansions of Medicare on the House and 2 coming from the Senate. When we're talking about the House, they got the Medicaid gap fix, and the hearing, the senators vow to add 3 other provisions, which are dental, vision, and also lowering the eligibility age of Medicare. Now, the third add-on is, of course, the question of MSC, which stands for the acronym created by this channel of multiple IRS stimulus check. Now, there are multiple checks in this forced stimulus recon, lots of them. That'll pay you at least $15,000. But this refers to the one coming from IRS. Back in the month of May, I said pick up the phone and advocate for its inclusion, and you have done well. Nearly 5 million phone calls have been delivered by viewers of this channel to 6 senators, and those 6 senators have told thousands of viewers of this channel since the month of May. It's going in there. But 2 weeks ago, I said to pick up the phone and re-advocate because the legislation is now in the Senate, and it's time for you to have your voice heard once again. And you have done really well. In that last 6 days, viewers have been told by all 6 of those senators it's going in, at least 1 or more IRS stimulus checks. And let's look at those senators that you need to advocate to as well by picking up the phone and telling them why you need something in there. And those senators are Casey, Coons, Warren, Wyden, Sanders, and Schumer. MSC, when we're talking about MSC, what does that mean and what does it look like? They represented would be the same income eligibility as a third stimulus check. Single individual, $75,000 or less, got it. Married couple, $150,000 or less, got it. Double it. Family of 4, quadruple it, they got it. On benefits or adult dependents, got it. Not taxable, it's not an income. And one of the things that's coming up a lot in the live chats, I don't know where it's coming from, is that this is national coverage. I only cover on this channel, LA only covers national political economic news. And so this is not state by state. So there's no state not giving this money to its citizens, not happening across the board. Now, what's happened in the last few days has been astronomically incredible. We've had viewers after viewers picking up the phone and advocate. And Lynn Glenn being told by Bob Casey's office is going in there. Tyrell being told by Chris Coons' office is going in there. Bonnie being told by Liz Warren's office is going there. Donnie being told by Ron Wyden's office is going in there. And so also with his wife, Sharon. And then Janet being told by Chuck Schumer that it's going in there via Bernie. So it's important for you to advocate across the board. Now let's go over everything else that's going on because it's a jam-packed day and you know what Holidays LA is about. It's a 2-part show that features this in the first part of the show, and the second half features your holiday decor. I'm going to touch on all the really breaking news because, boy, there's a lot of it right now. I'm going to try to do it fast. I have more about this tonight on afternoons and evenings. First, Chuck Schumer and Mitch McConnell privately, unbeknownst to anyone, including staffers, senators, House members, the only people who knew about it was Nancy and the president, were having secret meetings since the month of October, we learned today. And those secret meetings were to get all these items of the month of December done by nonpartisanship. This is a jaw-dropping breaking news story, and I've debated all day long whether I should call one of the shows Being a Mitch or What the Chuck, because it's just shocking. What's going on? The debt ceiling limit will become law by the end of today. Yeah, it's going to become law by the end of the day. They made that agreement back in October. The defense spending bill will become law by the end of the day. The other debt ceiling limit moved to February, and the recon will be passed in the month of December with no real big problems with the Republicans. Why is this happening? Tonight on Evenings LA and the Afternoons LA, I'll explain to you why, but I need to tell you the what, and that's the what. These things are happening, and those deals are moving very quickly. So then we go to your forced stimulus recon. It will become a law in the month of December. I believe it will. It will become a law before Christmas. It will not, in my opinion. Chuck Schumer says it will. I don't think it will unless one event occurs. They work the weekend before Christmas. Why? Because Chuck Schumer believes that the recon will go for final vote in the Senate, become a law before Christmas, and that the voting will happen not this week, not next week, but the week after. I don't think he can do it. It's a short week, and he needs about 5 days. He needs the House Senate vote, then the Senate vote-a-rama 2 days, and the House 1 or 2 days. That's 5 days, is a half a week. If they start on this the weekend before, they can get it done. Takeaway, I believe it's happening in the month of December. I believe it will become a law in the month of December. Why do I believe that? Because I believe they believe it. And more importantly, because the analysts, both conservatives and Democrats, all believe it's happening in December. That recon will become law. Why is this important? Is because there's a series of programs in the forced stimulus recon which are continuation from third stimulus, like the CTC, the Earned Income Tax Credit, the child credit, the household tax credit. They don't want them to expire, and the only way to not make them expire is getting forced stimulus recon done in mid to late December. Now, you and I know how we rock and roll on this channel. We get cash, big cash, as quickly as possible, as fast as possible, wherever possible. And the money you are getting in your hands this week, last week, and today and tomorrow in your hands before Christmas is third stimulus. It's what I also am now calling Christmas stimulus. Christmas stimulus or third stimulus is still paying out. That is the money viewers have been getting. The average viewer of this channel has done so incredibly well. On Afternoons LA, what this video is automatically going to take you to when this video is over, viewers have gotten the following. They have gotten on average 4 to 6 months of rent in the last few days. They have gotten on average 1 or 2 utilities, and they have gotten in a very quick turnaround time, paying them on average about $5,000 to $6,000. On the low end, I'm seeing about $2,000. On the high end, I've seen $138,000. Yeah, you did hear me right, $138,000. But I am seeing them hover some rights around $7,000, $8,000, $10,000. But they're really densely clustered at about $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. And as one viewer, one viewer yesterday and another viewer overnight said, "You've made my Christmas. You've made my Christmas." And you can make your family's Christmas as well. Watch today's videos on this channel, starting with Afternoons coming right after this video, and it shows you how to get this incredible money. Here is what Judy says. LA, you're definitely Jesus in disguise. Thank you for reporting. I just got rent for December, January, February, and I also got rent before with you, several times before. I was so happy because of this. I am now able to get Christmas gifts, and able to get them to my loved ones. I've been listening to your show since 2020. You're the best. Happy holidays, and happy holidays to you as well. How do you get these incredible sums of money? It's coming up later today on Afternoons LA, right at starting at 1 o'clock. Meantime, the jobs numbers coming in this morning, jaw-dropping. You may have seen them on Mornings LA. Let me touch on them just a second right now. The Federal Reserve is meeting December 15th to determine what to do next year. And initially last Friday, the unemployment numbers, which is how many jobs are created and how many people are taking jobs, were incredibly good. The best numbers we have seen in nearly 50 years. That signaled that the Federal Reserve, unless Omicron gets worse, is going to come in and do faster moves on December 15th. And what's at issue? Omicron, we now know, is a non-issue if you're triple vaccinated. The head of Pfizer in the last 24 hours said, if you're triple vaccinated, you're good against Omicron, just as you're good against Delta. If you're double vaccinated, you're not good. So please go out and get that booster shot right today. This is why that signals that the Federal Reserve is likely to move hard and fast on December 15th, which will likely cause a stock market crash, or at least correction, and likely to keep cryptocurrency down, which is currently down today. What is the Federal Reserve likely to do? Tighten faster and do 2 interest rate spikes as potentially one early in Q1. And with that, let's go into all the incredible details of holidays LA in the second half. In the second half of this video, we're going to go over a couple of themes: how to bring the flora into your holiday decor, and we're going to look at the traditional poinsettia plant. Then we're going to look at bottles and how to bring bottles into your decor that may be part of the festivities of a holiday meal, but choosing the bottles correctly is part of the equation. And then we'll discuss, and I want you to drop in the comments during the commercial break, is a gift certificate for an immediate loved one you know quite well a good idea or a bad idea? Do you think it's insensitive because you didn't take the time to actually buy a gift, or do you think it's still accepted? I want to see your incredible comments. I'll be jumping in a live chat with you in the second half of this video, and I'll be back with you in 60 seconds. But first, here's a little bit about the community page if you need help getting those big sums of money for rent and utilities. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. And the excitement, holidays LA, continues right now. During the commercial break, I asked you, is giving a gift card for the holiday season to someone you know quite well, like an immediate family member, an insensitive bad idea or a good idea? And immediately reaction was split. Bob Bacon said bad idea, and then another viewer just said good idea. So very, very fascinating across the board. Bob Bacon said gift cards are not a good idea, but one person said good idea. So jump in the live chat and tell me what you think and whether you think you would you give it, and tell me also if you received it, what your reaction would be. And again, this is someone you really know that you could take the time and get an actual gift to, but chose a gift card. All right, today's recording, we're going to start first with incredible holiday flora and plants, and starting, of course, with the poinsettia. Here's the poinsettia, one of the most famous, iconic plants of the holiday season. And many of them are grown here in Southern California. Now, when you talk about the poinsettia plant, what you normally think about is that red one with those green leaves. They're distinctly red and they're distinctly green. And what I like about the red and the green is it's radiant. And if you do it the right way, it is overwhelming. What I don't like about them is that by themselves, they almost stand out. The red is so deep and the green is so deep that one poinsettia plant, especially if it's small, sometimes just seems almost fake. You walk up to, you're like, is that real? Is that fake? But when you see a lot of them clustered together, you see them on, football Sunday shows. They got them under the anchor's table. You see in the backdrop. It could be pretty impressive. Now, in 2020, we featured a lot of them on the set, but they were fake, and you really couldn't tell they were fake. That's sort of what you get with the poinsettia. My favorite poinsettia is this cat. And you're going to see him and her on the set in just a few days. Yes, this is what I call the dimatriculated poinsettia. It involves a series of beautiful colors. And those beautiful colors really radiate. And let me tell you, because what it is actually a mixture of a deep pink with an outline of a yellow and green in the veins. And then the leaves are distinctly different. Notice the leaves? They are green with a lot of yellow ribbing. This is totally real. This is totally real across the board. It's a beautiful plant, and they are made here, of course, in California. What are they talking about? Water and moderate, and keep it inside. This is not a type of plant that you would want to put outside. And do not put it near the furnace or the heater, but you could certainly keep it inside and have a beautiful decor across the board. Why do I like the unusual colors? Because people just expect red and green, and this is a pop of surprise. And more specifically, I love the pop of colors. Now, they do have specific names, but the dimatriculated one is one of the harder ones to get. It is really one of the harder ones to get, and it depends on the particular season. In this case, I have a smaller one in my size, so I'm holding a 4.5 inch poinsettia plant. And it is really quite functional at that size because it is so small. Let me move it back so you see in perspective to my face. It is so small, so serves a lot of functions. Now, one of the key things about the poinsettia plant is the transportation from the spot of purchase to the home. It's a very, very, very delicate plant. Over the years, I've had many a poinsettia plant, and sometimes they did not have this sort of good wrapping. This one has a very good wrapping, which keeps it a little bit more secure. But you would bring it home, you'd be in the car, someone would slam on the brakes in front of you, you would slam on the brakes, and the poinsettia plant would go flying, and you'd break the limbs. The limbs, let's see if we can see those inner branches, are very, very delicate. They're very, very delicate. I know we're going a little bit out of focus, but they're very, very delicate. So you want to be very careful in the transportation of the plant from the place of purchase to the ultimate destination. Next, do not put it near a hot spot. Do not put it near a heater. Do not necessarily put it near an open window, but it's very functional. And if you bought it now, it's certainly going to take you to the new year. It may take you a lot longer. I've had a lot of people who retransplant it after the season's over, and they just have a lot of excitement with it. It is a very no-nonsense plant. I always have a lot of people saying, I don't buy this because it's difficult. I don't buy that because it's difficult. This is a very easy, no-nonsense plant. So let's jump in the live chat right now. What type of poinsettia plants do you like? Have you gotten any poinsettia plants this holiday season? And what colors do you like? And what colors you stay away from? And I'll also see some of your comments that you may have about the gift cards. We'll be touching back on those gift cards in just a second. There is John Thompson says Merry Christmas. There is Dallas says Merry Christmas. Right being not that fine, says someone. Another Joyce says Merry Christmas as well. Let me hit the mouse. Oh, let's refresh. Here we go. Double C says a $50 eBay gift card would be a blessing. Okay, so Double C would like to receive it, and thinks giving it would be fine about that as well. Curry Chick says that's a beautiful plan. Well, I appreciate that. Joyce says I used to use a gift card. I used a gift card this week, and I got a rug to use under my coffee table. My dog Brownie loves it. So there you go. Very, very. Someone loved receiving it. Someone loved receiving the gift card and thinks it was fine. Ola Jensen says the only gifts I want to be is pain free and some checks for bills. Very well said. Bob Bacon says the poinsettias are good in groups. Absolutely. They're very, very good in groups. And Bob's giving you a preview of what's coming to the set. Crayola says crayon vouchers. I think Crayola wants to receive crayon vouchers. I don't know if anyone wants to receive crayon vouchers. Give him crayon vouchers. I don't know if other people want to receive crayon vouchers. There comes Lisa says, I love gift cards. So has anyone bought a poinsettia plant this holiday season? Has anyone bought any, we know about the Christmas trees because we covered it on this channel, but has anyone bought a poinsettia plant? Has anyone received a gift card this holiday season, or is anyone giving a gift card? I'd love to see your take on the situation before I give my opinion of what's coming up. Amazon gift cards are awesome, says Lisa Stephens. Amazon gift cards are awesome. Um, Amy says, I like the white ones and the stripe ones. Yes, I saw white poinsettias today as well. They they are pretty. It is an interesting look across the board. Dallas Hurd says, Merry Christmas. Um, Joyce says, thank you for reading my message on air. You're the best. Well, I appreciate that, Joyce. Bob Gakin says, I need a gift card to get more gift cards. Bob Bacon says, I need a gift card to give more gift cards. I like that. I need I need a bacon gift card. So I love that. So very, very fascinating. We're going to rejoin this discussion in a second. If you haven't jumped on the live chat, please do and post your comments, whether you've given a poinsettia plant yet, whether you bought a poinsettia plant this yet, what colors of poinsettia plants do you like? And then also drop in whether you would give a gift card or whether you would receive a gift, or whether you would like to receive a gift card from someone who's very close to you, that knows you, could actually spend the time and get a gift, but instead went to a gift card. I'll be jumping back into the live chat and interacting with you in a second. But let's turn to our second topic of discussion today, which is bottles. You're doing the holiday table, you're having people over for meals, and you're going to have the meal, then maybe on the side table you have the desserts. We've covered a lot about food and desserts on this channel the last few days. And the cookies and all the desserts and the baklava we covered yesterday, and the snickerdoodle cookies we covered the day before. But then you have that on that dessert table, the beverages. A lot of people put the beverages on the dessert table, the coffee, the maybe the eggnog, maybe the spiked eggnog, and then maybe the tea, and then maybe the beverages. And what I recommend across the board is, if you have them around the house and you're going to use them, put the bottles for certain types of beverages, and you know what I'm referring to, in the background, because they're very radiant colors. Let's look at one of those bottles right now. Look at the radiant color of this bottle. Now, if you know your bottle and your beverages, you'll recognize who this is by. But this is a spectacular. Let me I want to get my hands off of it so you can see the color. Let me hold it this way, actually. Let me show you how radiant the colors of this bottle are. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous? You don't even have to open the bottle. Just put it in the back of the table. This is my suggestion for decor ideas. If you're doing the dessert table that you have planned ahead of time for that dessert, for that holiday meal, and you have the cakes and the cookies, and that maybe the eggnog in the foreground, the coffee in the foreground, maybe you have the coffee cups lined up, and you have some extra space, put these bottles in the background. And first of all, it encourages them to maybe drink it. Maybe you would encourage the discussion. Hey, I got this as well. People often don't know you have something to drink until they see it. So it's a very good way to present there's something available. People come in and they say, you say, would you like a drink? Would you like a beverage? What do you have? Now they don't have to ask it because they'll see it and they'll say, oh, I know exactly what that blue bottle is. I will like to have some of that. And it's gorgeous. I mean, I am in direct lighting for this production set, so I don't have a lot of I have a couple side lights, but I don't have lights behind me, as you can tell. And imagine if the lights are hitting from 4 or 5 directions, or you have Christmas lights on the table. Imagine how this bottle is going to shine. It's going to look beautiful. Let me jump in the live chat right now and see what people are talking about with bottles. Do you put all your beverage bottles on the holiday table, and what do you do with that look? Yeah, I'm looking at the video now that can see the stream. Now they put down the bottle. It's radiant. It's gorgeous. I mean, look how deep that blue is. Variegated peppermint poinsettias are beautiful, says Anne. Crayola says, I have some of that beverage. It's actually not the beverage Crayola mentioned, but it's in the universe. It's actually not actually in that. It's not actually that type of item, but it is in that universe. Amy says, yeah, I put that in the background as well. Susie says, I love that blue glass. It is, it is blue glass. I was about to say it's not blue glass. I was about to say the beverage is blue. Now, here's the equation. Actually, I don't even know. No, the beverage is not blue. Here's part of the equation. As you can see, because of the way things are on YT, I'm not referring to the type of beverage it is. I'm not referring to what the beverage is. So I'm using this purely a decorative discussion. But there are a lot of beverage companies where the beverage is actually green. We know which one that is. The bottle is a spectacular green. And in this case, we have a bottle that is beautifully blue. The bottle is blue, as Susan got it right. I was about to say, Susie got it right. Susie Hampton. I was about to say the beverage is blue. The beverage is not blue. The beverage is white. The bottle is blue, and you can see how dynamic that comes up in light. Really works. Bob Bacon is going to check on the level of LA's bottle in a couple of minutes. Yeah, it's if you like something in the universe of what we're discussing, it's somewhere around there. But no bottles for my little kids. Yeah. Now, there are some wonderful water bottles. There are some wonderfully gorgeous water bottles that you could also have on the table, which is great for multi-purpose purposes. Put those in the foreground, put these bottles in the background, so that the young kids will have the excitement of that as well. There is Tam, who says, I'd like to display my bottles as well. Crayola says muttered blue. It is muttered blue. It is very teal. The camera is picking up the deepness of the bottle. Let me see if I can hold it better so you see more of it. The camera is picking up the deepness of the bottle. It is radiantly deep, and it is something that brings well on the camera. This is not a topic I've ever discussed before on this channel. I didn't cover it in the 2020 version of the show because I didn't think about how simple this is. Because one, you're putting out your coffee tea set. We've talked about that on this channel. You're putting out your desserts. We talked about that on this channel. But what else are you putting out? You're putting out. Now I can see it in the light. It is, and I'm about to watch myself move my hands. Yeah, it is a radiant bottle that brings a lot of color to the equation. Blue ones, Laura. Absolutely. It is something that works. Anna says, I wish soda companies would sell more beautiful bottles than they do. You know, a lot of the water bottles, like the Perrier and the Evian, they have versions of them that are actually quite spectacular as well. John is referring to our discussion about the gift cards. So John says, gift cards for fancy ice cream. 2 for 24. Lisa Stevens says, my family and I always do Amazon gift cards. Mama loves them from my brother every year. We lost her last May. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry for your loss, Lisa. Sorry for your loss. Crayola, can I have some of that thing? It's not that beverage, but it's another type of beverage, which is actually a little stronger, some people say. Anne says, I like the variegated peppermint poinsettias. I think you would call this, I don't know if I would call this variegated. This is sort of pepperminty. Now, the camera production light certainly just changes some of the coloring, but this is sort of pepperminty on that level. Oh, I forgot to move because the issue with some of the lighting is I don't want to block myself, but I also want to show you the product. Yes, Amy just mentioned a great product. Amy Bostend in the live chat just mentioned one product that I love. I always buy it all the time. It is a gorgeously deep blue bottle, and that works really well. And the drink is blue. There's a couple, that beverage that she just mentioned came out around the time of the other beverage that's green. And the two of them, the blue and the green bottles, are spectacular. And they really resonate. Bob Bacon, I display holiday bottles under the tree next to the decorative packaging. Wow, that sounds great. There's Sandra Davis. But look at Amy Bosnick's comment, because her bottle has a lot of blue in it across the board. It is a spectacular bottle. If you've never seen it, Google it. And it usually runs about anywhere from 18 to 25 on price tag. Great comments across the board. So let's go back to that Amazon discussion, the gift card discussion. Gift card, good or bad? Very, very interesting. Uh, Over the years, I have not been a big gift card person. I don't know why. I just have always somehow ingrained in my system. Receiving a gift card, then then you look at it for the value of the gift card, which I don't think is a good thing. So if you get a gift card, you look at it, you need to look at how much money it is. Oh, it's only this. Oh, wow, it's that. And that's why I don't like giving it, because it looks like you're giving hardcore cash. Now, it's different in today's society, where some people have talked about some gift cards from some online retailers that have trillions and trillions of products to choose from. Those function really well. So that is a great idea across the board. I don't know. I've never been comfortable with the idea of giving it to someone immediate that I know well, or receiving it from someone immediate as go well. I guess I want to do something a little bit more. I want to do something a little bit more that surprises people across the board. Here's a case in point. Here's a case in point. During the holiday season of 2020, we knew we were all in a lockdown. We weren't going a lot of places. It was December. We weren't, we were worried about a lot of stuff. So what did I do? I reached out to one local store that I knew in a particular town, where I wanted to make sure that people were getting gifts. 3 to 4 different people were getting gifts. So what we did was we reached out to that store and said, hey, can you deliver this food product to these people? And we did. And we said, hey, deliver the food product. And it's in their town. They knew about the store, but they hadn't been there in a while. It's very fascinating that a lot of people may know something in a particular town, but often don't buy from it. And if you deliver something as a gift from there, then I think it takes us to another level. And that's sort of that's how I'm used to the situation. Let's see some of the more of the comments. Monica, I find gift cards impersonal. Monica's comment is sort of how I am about it. I do think they're sort of impersonal. If I know the person and I can figure out what they want or need, then I rather just get that. And I don't like that gift cards are tied to a number. So I don't like that the gift card is tied to a number. So if you give 20, oh, you only gave 20. You gave 50, oh, you only gave 50. I think that I have a problem with that as well. But that's at least my situation. We always have to have some controversy on this channel, don't we? We always have to, your baklava is not sweet enough. There's Vicky, there's Laura, there's Monica, and there is Lisa Shirley, and another Lisa, and then Clifford, and there is Crayola. You send me some Amazon. You can all send me Amazon gift card. I thought Crayola just wanted some crayons. Here we go. So very, very fascinating discussion. So if you missed the top of the recording, the middle of the recording, the end of the recording, let's give a recap. And first of all, have you heard? This show now is on Encore every night on this channel. So tune in on Evenings LA, because boy, we got a big lineup. We have Evenings LA at 5 o'clock. We have Evenings Countdown at 6 o'clock. Then you have an encore of this show in the Stream Stimulus time slot, now called a holiday Stream Stimulus. And then tonight, if you're watching live tonight, if you're watching live right at the time of this recording, there's a new sirloin coming back tonight, and Javila and Blaine 66 on Calcino, episode 2 airing tonight. So yes, there is a new Calcino tonight. It's a great triple header. What I detailed earlier in this video is that was a secret dealing going on between Chuck and Mitch. This is no joke, since the month of October, unbeknownst to anyone, to get all these incredible bodies of legislation that usually could take months done quickly. And so the debt ceiling limit is going to be done law by potentially, maybe at the time I get off of camera. The other debt ceiling has already been moved out. The defense spending bill will get done as well. They're all getting done. This was part of their deal to get them done quickly. The recon apparently will get done as well, with not much bothering from the Republicans. Why this era of bipartisan on at least how to do things? I explain it tonight on Afternoons and Evenings LA. Meantime, the recon will become law. It will become law in the month of December, and you're going to get that incredible sums of money. But you don't have to wait for 4 stimulus recon to become law in late December. You can get Christmas stimulus right now. It's third stimulus. It's money today. The money you're going to get before Christmas is third stimulus. And for the viewers who have gotten $5,000, $6,000 in the last few days, congratulations. For the viewers who are going to get it today, congratulations. And for you who have gotten some, get some more. If you haven't gotten it, get it today. Watch Afternoons LA coming up right after this video. In today's video, when we talk about holiday decor, we talked about two subject matters. First, bottles. I like the idea of bringing a beautiful decorative bottle to the beverage table or the dessert table. Your dessert table may have the desserts in the front, the cookies, the cakes, the creams, and then right next to it, the coffee and the tea. But consider putting your beverage bottles in the background. Why? Series of reasons. First, the bottles are radiant. Number two, it helps facilitate the discussion when people arrive. What do you have? There it is. They see it. I'll have that. And number three, it's easier on you. If you have it out, it's part of easier making the whole production of delivery and serving throughout the night. Also, we touch base on the poinsettia plan, or the poinsettia, very simple and traditional plan of the holiday season. We talked about how to display it, and Bob Bacon agreed with me that one red plant by itself doesn't really work. It's a little bit too set aside because it is sort of an overwhelming color. If you're doing red in the traditional red, do a lot of them. One viewer said, I like the white. The white is quite pretty. You have to have the house or the look for the white. Here we have the variegated or the dimatriculated one. You're going to see this and his friends and sisters coming to the set in just a few days. And with that, I'm so excited for you to join me on today's Holidays LA. Same with this video, it'll automatically, if you're watching live, this video will automatically take you to the 1 o'clock afternoon show. If you're watching this taped, then you're going to be taken to Calcino coming up next. And with that, have a beautiful holidays. Make sure you subscribe, go on to this video, like this video, and have a beautiful holiday season. Get ahead of all your holiday preparations. Start now. Don't wait till the last second. And stay here with LA for more.